All right, we got cold air, guys. We're down into the low 40s, and when I drive it, they usually drop to around 39, 38 degrees with R134. Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the series on the 1985 Mercedes 300 TD, the Midnight Blue wagon. And today we're going to be doing the AC system. As you can see, I have the air filter housing lid off because it's over there. I'm refinishing it. But what we have right here is all of the new AC components. Now, this car was previously converted to R134. You can see we have the blue R134 low pressure fitting. So I don't know if I'm going to have to change the actual expansion valve, but just in case, I'm going to go into there and check, just in case I ordered a new expansion valve. And we have our AC switches, we have our dryer, and we have our new AC compressor. So here we can see I've already removed the old dryer, and yeah, that thing's pretty old and gross. So let's go ahead and yeah, it has still has some oil in there. So let's go ahead and start installing some stuff. I'm going to start by getting the old compressor out of there. Okay guys, I just went ahead and installed the new compressor. There's our old compressor over there. When you're doing the 300D, the sealing rings for the back of the AC manifold, you don't use the red ones. It's actually a gold one and a green one. The red ones are just left over. So here's the old dryer right here. And you can see on the new dryer, I've already attached I think one's a temp switch and one's a high pressure switch, and I've already got those connected. Now we use the one from, I think that's from the 202 chassis or the R129 chassis. I can't remember, but we use this one because it makes your fan. This is your fan cut on switch. When it gets you know, when the AC gets hot, your fan will cut on. The accessory cooling will cool the condenser. We use this red one because it makes it cut on a little sooner and makes it run cooler. So here's the part number for both of these switches. ASW15000S and ASW19000S. And it looks like there's a bigger part number underneath there. Anyway, you can find them with those numbers. So let's go ahead and get this installed back in the car. Okay, I just spent the last like 10 minutes going through all my little R134 gaskets and finding the right size gaskets to reseal the system. You know, these, like this one right here, takes a couple of small gaskets. There's one there and one there. This is the old dryer. For example, there you go. It'd probably take that size right there. And then large parts of the system take the larger ring. So anyway, all right, guys, there we have our receiver dryer in there. And you can see I've got the new switches and I've got everything plugged in and it reconnected, and I've got it mounted back in the car. So next thing we want to do is we're going to tighten up the AC compressor, and we're going to put the system under a vacuum and check for leaks. All right, guys, we got the new dryer, the new compressor, and we have our AC manifold gauges hooked up, and right now I have a vacuum pump running. What we're doing is two things. If we look here, we can see right there, see inches of mercury, right? We're just shy of -30. So we're putting this system under a vacuum. You can see there's the high pressure side, low pressure side, and that's going to do two things. It's going to draw any moisture out of the system. So we'll let it run for like an hour. But then we're going to seal it, close it off, and then we're going to shut off our vacuum pump, and I'm going to come back in the morning And I want to make, and if there's no leaks in the system, our gauge should still read. We're just shy, let's see, we're probably at negative 29 inches of mercury. Same goes over here. Probably, that one's probably negative 29, negative 30. It should be in the exact same spot tomorrow when I come back and look at it, and that tells me there's no leaks in the system. All right, guys, it's the next day. Let's check this AC system out, make sure I got everything sealed well. All right, nice. Still under vacuum with no leaks. So today we're going to add the oil, compressor oil, and the R134 refrigerant. And guys, this is great stuff. Frigiquiet, that is the compressor oil I use with the R134A. So let's go ahead and get all this hooked up and start adding some refrigerant. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and crank up the car. And I've got my R134 here. And an old mechanic, Mercedes mechanic years ago, taught me to fill up a pot with warm water. And you put the R134 can in there, and it helps it to evaporate and come into the system easier. So we're going to go ahead and crank up the car. I'm going to crack my can open. We'll get the compressor running. We'll put the AC on high. And then I'm going to open up my low pressure valve, and we're going to feed in this R134. First, I want to purge the air out of the system. So we'll go ahead and crack the can. All right. There we go. Now we got it out of the system. All right, let's go ahead and crank up our car and open our line and get our R134 in there. R134 is going into the system, and we'll listen for our compressor to kick on. And we can see in our sight valve here it's going in. There we go. Our compressor just kicked on. There was a little bit left in there. All right, let's go check our temps inside the car. We're probably about 2 cans in so far. Okay, I can see, there we go. So green is the 40-degree mark. Looks like we're down to about 50 degrees and it's starting to blow cold. That's good. All right, let me shut all this off and disconnect everything, and then we're going to go check our temps. Okay, let me go ahead and disconnect everything, and we're going to go check our temps. Yeah, we got a lot of condensation on the AC manifold, so that's good. Let's put our caps back on here. All right, there we go. We've got some good condensation on the AC manifold line. And let's go here and crank it up. And now, they always get colder once you start driving them, but we should be in the very low 40s. Let's go ahead and see here. Let's crank her up. All right, let's see what we're down to. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right, AC compressor just kicked on, and I see the dials dropping. All right, we got cold air, guys. We're down into the low 40s, and when I drive it, they usually drop to around 39, 38 degrees with R134. So I have to take it out and drive it, but now we're like 42 degrees or so, and I see it keeps dropping. So mission accomplished. We have the AC back up and running. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Wednesday, this car goes to the alignment shop, and then we're going to be really close to being done. I got to get the air filter housing lid. I'm refinishing that, put it back on the car, and then we should be close to being done with this 85 wagon. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Take care.